Today, I want to talk to you about crypto. Well, given that we just had the US elections behind us and have a new elected president over there, it looks like we are about to enter a real crypto bull market over the next, well, foreseeable future at least, especially considering that Trump is very pro-crypto, of course, Elon Musk and so forth. So I think going forward, we're going to see some nice price movement and action. And well, when we look at the crypto markets today, we are really doing very well, especially, obviously, I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. I only own Bitcoin at this stage. But yeah, we're about to hit 80K for the first time ever, which will be an all-time high. Let's see, maybe by the end of the video, we actually got there. But yeah, really mind-boggling numbers over here. And obviously all that enthusiasm you can see was really fueled as soon as we had Trump elected as a president. So in terms of cryptocurrency, he definitely was a good choice. And of course, nobody knows what the price will do going forward, but I'm personally quite bullish on it as I have been the last few years. And well, the question is, where do you buy your crypto? And more importantly, where you keep it and how you get interest maybe potentially on your cryptocurrency. And for that, I really enjoy one particular platform, which I have been using personally for many years now, and that's called Nexo. I've been really happy with them. I had quite a lot of money with them in the past. Then, of course, we had a little bit of a crypto bear market when the prices came down. I was a bit worried. We saw some other exchanges collapsing and going bust, and I pulled my funds and kept it on my Ledger hardware wallet as well now as on my Tangent wallet. So these are the two hardware wallets that I use. But now that we are back in a crypto bull market, which I would really say so, I'm feeling really much more confident in that platform, even though, of course, at the same time, let's keep in mind that no exchange is guaranteeing the safety of your funds, right? There's no fund protection like we have with some stockbrokers or banks, which can guarantee a certain amount of your funds to keep safe over there. That's sadly not the case with exchanges. However, I feel very confident with Nexo, and I'm actually putting my hard-earned money over there myself. So in this video, I want to go through the recent rebrand, which they've done, which I honestly really enjoy, show you what is new, what is changing going forward, and also show you how I use Nexo myself to get the most rewards and return on my crypto that I keep over there. But before we dive into Nexo, a quick review of some other crypto exchanges so you see what you can expect. And here we are inside my OKX crypto exchange, which I made an account, but I'm actually not really using. And honestly, most of those exchanges, they really look often so similar, right? And personally, I really don't enjoy the experience. It's so overwhelming. For me, it's just not really nice to look at. It's just really, not easy to use in my humble opinion. Now, maybe if you use it a lot, then obviously you might be familiar with it. But every time I try to buy and sell something, it's just a bit messy. And I'm not a day trader, right? I'm a long-term buy and hold investor for my ETFs as well as for my Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm not trading. If you're trading, then probably it's a better platform. Similar like BitGet, another big exchange. I mean, look at it. It literally looks pretty much exactly the same as we had with OKX, and so does Binance. For me, they all look pretty much the same. And well, personally, I just don't really enjoy the experience. And that's where Nexo comes in. Now, I'm not sponsored by Nexo. I wish I was, but unfortunately, I'm not. However, of course, I do have an affiliate link, which you find in the description down below. And if you use it, you get free Bitcoin worth up to $25, sometimes even up to $35. They keep on changing the terms, but at least $25 if you sign up. So really nothing to lose. Free Bitcoin is always welcome, especially in the times and prices we're in. So definitely check it out afterwards. But yeah, let's dive right in and give you a quick tour of what Nexo is all about, and more importantly, their rebranding, because in the past it looked completely different, but now they recently rebranded and I honestly really love it. And I'll show you also the reason why they do so. They really want to position themselves as a premier wealth platform, and that's a big differentiation to all those crypto exchanges which are geared more towards traders, frequent traders, move in, move out, buy meme coins, sell meme coins, go to the moon, all these things. And that's cool, right? If you want to do that, then maybe Nexo wouldn't be your first pick, right? But if you want to be long-term investor, buy and hold, I think they're really going after that. And honestly, you will see in a second also they're offering more and more perks and benefits to keep people invested for longer. Now, they obviously did their own research to see what their investors wanted. And well, at least as per their questionnaire, it shows they really have majority of people invested for the long term, meaning they kept their funds with Nexo for a longer period, right? Nexo has been around for over 6 years now, which in crypto land is actually quite a while, to be honest. And obviously, as part of the study, they also found the majority of the people really have a high disposable income. And obviously, part of that income, they invest into Bitcoin or any other crypto assets through Nexo to appreciate their wealth over time. And yes, I'm also a big fan of evolution as the only constant. We constantly have to evolve in our own mindsets, in the way we invest, in everything in life, right? If you don't evolve, you fall behind and you run the risk of, basically becoming obsolete. So I really like that they're pushing the envelope and keep on innovating and obviously evolving, right? So that's why also, for example, they show you how the new logo evolved. And honestly, I really love it when you see in a second the platform. It just looks much more professional, cleaner, really this kind of old money vibes in a way, which a lot of people really seem to enjoy. There was really good feedback about that. And yeah, I really like stunning visuals. It just looks much more solid, right? Now, I get it, right? For now, it's just a rebranding, but I think every rebranding also attracts a certain crowd, right? Because if they would go into the direction of meme coins and we list all these various coins come to us to go to the moon, that would obviously attract a different kind of crowd than they do looking the way they are now, presenting themselves in a much more elegant, sophisticated way. And I think it's really nice to see long term. Previously, I also liked the branding, but I think it's now definitely a level up. And yeah, as I said, what you project, you attract. And I think that's really, really important. I'll go into the platform in a second so you get the actual experience to see, what changed, how it looks now. But I'm really happy with that rebranding. And obviously, that's just the start to more new things to come very soon. And another really cool thing is that they introduced, probably they had it before, but I wasn't really aware about this. But now they're really going after private clients. And yeah, once again, it just kind of sends old money vibes, right? And I think it's such a way to separate them and distinguish them from all the other crypto exchanges that pretty much look the same. The branding looks all the same. So for me, it's really nothing special to join them, right? When I select my stockbrokers, I also like the vibe I get from the broker, right? It's really important. So I like that they're really setting themselves apart from others. And well, you have either family office, which I'm not sure if we have any one of you part of a family office. If you are, then that could be something to consider as well. But for some of us, your crypto portfolio might have actually grown to a sizable number. And now if you have a portfolio of over $100,000, now I understand that might be a high number for some of us. For others, this might be really small, right? If you started buying Bitcoin when it was $1,000, well, then I think you easily will hit that number. So if you hit $100,000 of total portfolio value in your Nexo account, well, then you can become a private client with them, which means a lot of benefits, such as a personal relationship manager. You have a contact you can reach out to, you can jump on a call. Really, really nice. Personal onboarding in case you haven't used it yet, but you're thinking to use it. That's nice as well. Custom terms and rates. That would be really interesting to find out, how that works and what it really means. And maybe I'll reach out to them to ask them what kind of rates they can expect, especially for the interest rates. For me, that would be really interesting, I guess. If, for example, I had more funds over there, would I get high interest? And that would be obviously really appealing for me as well to keep more of my money with them and potentially become a private client one day. Exclusive OTC services, again, that may not be that relevant for some of us. Priority assistance, that's always very important, of course. And last thing, event passes, which I'm always a big fan of. I like to go to these events. Going back to the earlier point, evolving is the only constant, and we have to educate ourselves and meet other people. So I'd love to, be invited by Nexo to some big industry events. So that'd be really cool to get that, obviously. So yeah, if you have more than 100K in your portfolio, just go ahead, click this button over here, book a call, and then you get your own relationship manager and they'll help you move forward from there. But I think it's really, really nice. And once again, I haven't seen that with many other crypto exchanges out there. Right, so jumping in to the Nexo platform, here we are. And well, in some ways, it looks a bit similar like before, but overall much cleaner. And I really like it. It just looks very sophisticated. Really, I don't know. It's my vibe. I really, really enjoy it. And as I said, as I've shown you before, some of the other exchanges, they look all the same, right? So once again, if you're a frequent trader, maybe that's appealing to you. But for me, I really want to buy and hold right now. I'm not buying anything. I'm only getting interest on my crypto, which you can see my portfolio size actually really increased over the last few days. I think once I deposited my Bitcoin from my Ledger and TangGem wallet a few days ago, it was at 43,000. So the rest is just growth of almost 6,000 over the last few days since Trump came to office. So yeah, I'm really happy with my portfolio development. Of course, I still have majority on my hardware wallet, but yeah, I definitely moved a big chunk of my crypto onto Nexo because I really felt comfortable, especially now, as I said, we are in a very much bull market. So I think they're doing very well financially, and why not benefit and get more crypto on my crypto, right? And I'll speak about this in a second, how I do that. But yeah, you can see right now, obviously I got some nice interest, right? So far I got $1,668 paid to me in interest by keeping my crypto over there. And that number would actually be way higher, would I have kept it during the bear market, right? But as I said, for a while, when the crypto prices came down, I was a bit worried, so I didn't keep too much over there. But now that I have it back, that number will definitely continue to grow quickly. We can see right now, I'm on the loyalty tier level silver, and I'll speak more about this in a second. But yeah, I used to be on platinum, but now that I moved so much of my crypto in there, I basically fell down because my Nexo token holding is obviously as a proportion less than 10%, which you need in order to become a platinum member. Yeah, on the notification over here, that's what I like to see every day right now. I'm getting $6.22 paid to me. Obviously it fluctuates day to day, but more or less that's the amount, which in a month, when you think about it, it's going to be more than $180 just in passive income from crypto alone, right? That doesn't consider my cash interest that I get, plus my dividends and so forth. So yeah, definitely starting to get quite interesting. And as I said, maybe if one day I will become a private client, which I'm thinking to potentially consider, then it will be interesting. Will the interest even increase further? Well, something to find out. I'll keep you posted if I ever consider to become a private client. Technically, if I move on my crypto here, I will definitely become a private client, but I'm not sure I'm quite ready yet to make that move. But be it as it may, definitely very nice to get an interest. I can click into this and then you see what my interest is derived of. So I have two terms basically. Right now, I have flexible savings. So this is my smallest amount because actually, once again, I feel so comfortable that most of my money or my crypto, I keep in a fixed term, which means it's locked up. In the case of Bitcoin, it's locked up for, I believe, 1 month. So after 1 month, it's basically once again goes back into my flexible wallet and I can withdraw it anytime. My Nexo token right now, they are locked up for 12 months. If the platform was to go bust, I basically lose everything. So might as well be committed and lock up my Nexo token there because now I go instead of 4% all the way to 12%. So again, my total holding is quite small, but yeah, I'm really not counting on that. For me, it's just the belief in the platform. And most importantly, my Bitcoin, I wouldn't lock it up for longer than 1 month. 1 month is also the maximum, which gives me an additional % in terms of interest. And of course, my USDT, I don't have locked up. I want to keep it flexible because for me, it's almost like a dollar or a euro, right? I want to be flexible. If I need to pay something in real life tomorrow, I can literally convert USDT to USD, withdraw it. I have it instantly in my bank account and I can spend it. So that's why I don't want to commit or lock it up for long term. Yes, I could potentially, I think, get 3% more, but in my eyes, it's not really worth it. So with Bitcoin, definitely I'm not planning to sell it. So that's why I'm happy to commit it and get a higher interest. But USDT for me is really like liquid money that I can really use in real life use cases. But yeah, in terms of other overall functionality, it hasn't really changed too much since before the rebranding, just obviously a cleaner look and so forth. But as I said, I think they will continue to work and improve and add new features going forward. But for the time being, it's pretty much the same that you could do beforehand. If we go, for example, into Bitcoin, you will see right away my holding over here. Of course, you get also market data to see what's happening in the markets. And you can buy very simply, choose a card, choose a bank account, whatever it is, send your crypto in there and just, see, for me, it's much cleaner experience and interface than I previously had with the other exchanges like Binance and so forth. While it might be slightly more expensive in terms of fee, the difference is really minimal. I still get cashbacks if I deduct that from the fees. Overall, I'm really very much neck to neck with some of the other exchanges, which for me are much more difficult to use actually. Yeah, and if we are inside the wallet, obviously you see here the interest breakdown. So I can click into this and you see here what I'm getting. Right now, I'm also earning in Nexo tokens. And I was thinking about it, should I earn in Nexo or in kind? In kind basically means if I lend out my Bitcoin, I would be paid interest in Bitcoin. If I lend out USDT, I'll be paid interest in USDT. But I'll show you in a second. Obviously, if I get paid in Nexo token, which is the platform specific token, two benefits I get. I get higher interest rate because they will give you a bonus on that. And second of all, my Nexo token holdings will increase, which long term will help me to reach a higher loyalty level member, which being a higher member will then give me more interest overall. So again, I think right now I want to build up a bigger Nexo token position without having to pay for it with my own money. I could, of course, use my USDT, convert it, and increase my holding, but I want to do this passively through the interest. And once I reach a higher level, eventually I might switch back to earn Bitcoin on Bitcoin, USDT on USDT. Now, if I jump back into the loyalty level, I want to show you actually the kind of interest that you can expect. Now, obviously, all of these various levels have different benefits. You start from base, silver, which is the one I'm on right now. Then you have gold and then platinum. So it all depends on how much Nexo token you have in your portfolio as part of your total portfolio. So if you're starting off, you have 0 Nexo token, well, then you're going to be on the base level. Right now, I have, as you can see, 1.43%. So that makes me part of the silver level. So I do get slightly higher benefits. But of course, eventually, if I start earning more and more interest in Nexo token, hopefully, eventually I reach to gold level, at which point I will probably switch back to earning in kind, because to reach platinum, I don't think I'm going to get there eventually if I keep so much Bitcoin in there. Imagine I would one day want to go and put all my Bitcoin there, which again, I don't know, may or may not happen. I don't advise everyone to do so because it's very, very risky. You might lose everything. But, given the benefits, I might consider doing that. So I'm still debating that that with myself. But let's say I went all in and I had 100,000 in Bitcoin sitting over there. If I want to be platinum, it would mean that I have at least $10,000 worth of Nexo tokens sitting there, which for me would just be too risky. Even though when we look at Nexo, it actually has done really well. That coin itself right now is the 102nd biggest cryptocurrency in the world. And yeah, over the last few days, in line with the boost of Bitcoin, it also did very well, right? So I actually gained quite a bit of value from it. But over the long period, it hasn't done as well as Bitcoin. And that's why I wouldn't go all in on Nexo token. I rather really want to focus on Bitcoin and just use some of the Nexo to get more benefits, obviously on my Bitcoin and USDT. And yeah, basically you can go down the list over here and see the various benefits and what have you. But yeah, one thing, what I really like, the breakdown of saving rates. So let's click into this and here you see all the various rates and interest that you can get. And now I can skip the base level because yeah, basically if you have 0, then that's relevant for you. But also keep in mind here you would only get interest on your Bitcoin, for example, up to $25,000. So anything above that would be at 1.5%. So 1.5% is obviously not that exciting, and 3% is just starting to get a bit interesting. So hopefully you get a bit of Nexo token and then you would go to silver level, right? So now it's up to 40,000. You saw before that my Bitcoin holding is actually above 40,000, which means on the 40,000 I get 3.25%, and on top of the 40,000, whatever is on top of it, I only get 1.75%. So that's what I'm really thinking. Does it make sense maybe to buy a bit more Nexo token to upgrade to the next level, which would be of course gold, in which case I can have up to 200,000 worth of Bitcoin sitting there, then get 3.5%, and very exciting. Plus then you also get a higher Nexo bonus instead of only 0.25%, which I right now get by earning in Nexo token. There I would get another full percent on top of it, the fixed term 1%. So again, you have to run your own number. In fact, I actually did it for myself. I'm very German. I like to run my numbers. And here we're inside my master sheet where I track all my income, all my expenditures, my net worth and so forth. So now I have one column for Nexo interest because yeah, for me, it's really exciting to kind of play around with this. And yeah, basically right now I have my current situation. I'm earning in Nexo. I have my amount deposited, Bitcoin up to the Bitcoin threshold because now I'm the silver plan. So up to 40,000, I'm earning 4.5%. Anything above that, basically 2%, right? So how much would be in monthly interest? Then of course also my USDT and my Nexo holdings. And well, right now it would be around $183 per month or $6 per day. So really quite nice. And then I have a potential calculation where basically I add some numbers and see, does it make sense for me to upgrade? Because also keep in mind, my Nexo threshold is 1.38%. Now, again, previously the numbers were slightly different. I have updated this table 2 days ago. Since then, prices appreciated. So you can see it kind of fluctuates, but you want to do this just to kind of understand of what you can potentially consider achieving, right? So now let's say I'm going to increase my Bitcoin holding, move more of my funds from the Ledger Hardware wallet or Tangent wallet into Nexo, let's say 50K, then my interest rates would also be higher because this example would assume I become a gold member because here the limit is up to $200,000 on Bitcoin. So 50K would still be well within the limit. And that's the monthly interest, which would be really nice, right? And that's obviously still Nexo, right? I'm assuming I'm getting paid in Nexo. If it was in Bitcoin itself, it would only be 4.5%. So still quite nice, $188, but a little bit less. But as I said, for the time being, I would receive Nexo. Rather, I could later on switch and exchange the Nexo to Bitcoin or USDT or whatever I want to do. But that way, I make sure I keep the higher level of loyalty and stay gold member in this case. Even though, if you look at it, right now, the Nexo threshold is only 4.35. So technically, I wouldn't be a gold member yet. So in a way, I would either have to reduce my USDT holding, let's say to only 1,000. I would still be not a gold member because it's less than 5%. So let's go back. In this case, I would have to increase my Nexo holding to probably, what is this, 3,000? Let me see. Yeah, if I eventually achieve 3,000 worth of Nexo, then I would become a gold member, right? And then all these benefits do make sense. Otherwise, I wouldn't get these kind of interest rates. Obviously here you do see a difference. But yeah, right now I'm just not willing to spend for my own money and buy Nexo token. You can see my holding is way less. Now it's 655, and to spend it myself, I'm not interested. However, if I just keep the scenario that I have right now, in a year, I would earn around $2,248 in Nexo token. And if it stays similar together, well, I would basically come to a Nexo holding of 3K next year in 12 months. And then I can just deposit more Bitcoin in there and start benefiting from it. So that's probably my approach. I don't want to, as I said, manually buy more Nexo token. I just want to earn passively, grow my holdings, and then get upgraded to a higher level. And once I reach there, I will then deposit probably more Bitcoin into it and hopefully eventually reach the private banking status with Nexo, which will be really epic. Now, they have also recently added a new feature called dual investments. Now, it does sound pretty exciting. They offer you interest rates up to 173%. You see over here, even on Bitcoin, up to 154% interest, which sounds almost too good to be true. So that's something I haven't really played around with. So if you're interested in this topic, let me know in the comments down below and I'll be happy to make a separate video on this topic alone. But yeah, friends, there you have it. I really enjoyed the rebrand of Nexo. I think they're going the right direction. They've been doing an excellent job over the last 6 years. And I really love their focus on wealth preservation and building for the long term rather than this high frequency trading, right? It attracts a different crowd of people and I think it makes them more long term sustainable. And I really love the direction, the branding overall. They're really onto something here. I really enjoy it. There's been great feedback. I think new features are going to continue to be added to it. And in terms of interest rates on your crypto, I generally haven't seen a more reliable and bigger platform that offers better interest rates on your crypto out there. Some other dodgy pages, they may offer that, but I wouldn't honestly put my money there. So yeah, as I said, I have been with Nexo for a number of years now. I can only recommend them. And if you want to check them out for yourself, then definitely use my link down in the description below and secure your $25 worth of free Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. It helps it to be seen by more people. Next up, check out this video over here. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.